You are here now.
That's correct.
Okay, let me finish. You are here now to get these issues addressed. If you want us to address them, Mr. Kemp is the police department, every city department sees the legal authority for this city. He is in charge of prosecution on any case. He's in charge of it all. We basically respond and answer to Mr. Kemp. If you want your issues addressed, this is your opportunity to do it. Okay. I understand you do have quite a bit of frustration from just reading what you wrote and listening to you today. You have a lot of frustration from the past. I understand your frustration. Believe me, I read this several times.
Which?
The letter you sent to Rascal. And it's a lengthy letter with a lot of issues. Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm going to have a letter from to Janet Napolitano.
Next up is the call to the public on non-agenda items. Next up is David Carr.
Mr. Mayor, I had, prior to coming up here, asked if I could play a short 3-minute presentation that would really be no complication. And when I was directed by the floor person to the control booth, they said, no problem, and just plug it in up here. And then while I was seated and watching the presentation to our Attorney General and so on, I was informed that I wouldn't be able to do that because there's a PowerPoint presentation that follows me. And this is indicative of the contradicting treatments that I'm forever experiencing with the city. And I deeply regret that that is the atmosphere of concern.
Understanding prepared on those skills that are rather difficult resolution to see and place on these notes. It would be difficult for this technology that our tax dollars pay for. On April 19th last year, the day following my last appearance before this city council, these two ladies appeared at my door, and they didn't know who they were looking for, saying that they were going to conduct some kind of mental evaluation. And these two ladies had their credentials, as you can see, reversed. They would not identify who they were. And subsequently, we sent them away and asked them not to continue to trespass and called the Peoria PD, and Sergeant Robinson showed up, or Robinson, I'm not sure, who kindly left and said, see you later, bye, I'm not going to do a report. And so we published the footage of the ladies and him on YouTube. A month later, on April 18th, 2008, 6 to 8 unknown, still unidentified agents attacked us at our home, chased us into our home. So a shot of the lady that covers her credentials. You're asking, who are you? Do you have any paperwork? And of course they say no. So, not so good resolution, but the public is welcome to see all of it and hear all of it on YouTube, along with several hours of recordings of one particular attorney with the city, and that's not a personal attack, it's a fact. This is Miss Michelle Stone facing one of her attackers that threw her into a concrete wall that later was identified without name as being part of the Peoria PD by Sergeant McCully. Those recorded calls will be published. This is the offending attacker using profanity in his disgust that he didn't capture someone that day, who also attacked myself and Miss Stone. These are two of the others at the door. And then here is Officer David Adams threatening to go and get a tactical team and break the door down 3 days later. On the night of April 18th, which would be the morning of the 19th of April, Peoria Police Department squad cars and SUV vehicles drove up and down the street all night long, shining spotlights in our bedroom windows, preventing us from getting some rest. My arm was nearly broken and bruised from the forearm well past the elbow, and I have filed a notice of claim with this city and with the county and with the state that, ironically, Mr. Goddard is well aware of. However, the Risk Management Office and Mr. Kemp's office has refused to provide an answer to that claim within the 60 days that we understand it is due.
Sir, your time's up. Please conclude your remarks.
I shall. The witnesses that are here today are just a fraction of those that are ready to do what's called a motorcycle run ride for rights on the Capitol if necessary, and the new governor of this state, Mr. Napolitano, was well aware of these circumstances and took a position in Washington. I do believe moving this up the chain of command of the U.S. Department of Justice on these civil rights violations is in order. I have come to you humbly to report what has happened. Mr. Police Chief Larry Ratcliffe has been contacted directly but doesn't return calls.
Well, that is certainly your right. I wish you luck. Thank you for your time.
And would you provide any response as to who would be responding to my concerns as the rest of the public, Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Ratcliffe will talk to you.
And would you do that kindly in writing?
I'll make it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is reports from the city manager.
First of all, I just want to make sure that you guys do have credentials and you are who you say you are and you are with what organization you say you're with.
Yeah,
And that's our right.
I can't get them on the
Because,
phone
you know,
right
I need to protect
And a
myself
fourth.
as well. I see that
Hey,
you
there's
have,
another hidden person there. That's
Well, then we're
credentials
leaving.
with you.
If he's not here, we don't have any
okay. Well,
business
you
here.
do.
and do you have
require to
credentials?
show your
I don't
credentials
see
and
any on
identify
you.
who
Do you
are.
have, can you identify who you are?
You're a what?
He's just
Ride
an
along
intern.
is what?
Ride along is what?
Coming to see what they
Case
do.
manager, team member.
No, actually, I don't work for them. I'm
He's-
just coming along to see if maybe it's something I want to
Are you, do you
Friend?
work with the police department?
No.
He's with us. He has interest
And
in this
who is
line
us?
of work. Did you
Who is
ask
us? Who are
David
you?
if he would be willing to come
I couldn't
out
get him
and
on the
receive his
phone.
food box?
Well, first of all, you
also-
don't have
We
credentials.
also have the DVD.
That's
we'd like to
hers, and
return.
that was supposed to be returned.
Yeah,
to
that was
her,
supposed to
by
be
the way.
returned to me, by the way.
Oh, is this yours?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so should we wait or should we go?
Yes, you should go, but I want to
Because
know
really,
who
the
you
food
are
box is
with.
for him, so
Are you a case manager?
we would
with
like
Magellan?
for him to be able, and David knows who I am.
Well, I'm just
Who
curious
are
why
you?
there are four
My name
people
is
here.
Norm, and
Norm?
I've talked with David.
Norm.
And you represent?
I'm not going to say
And
that
you're
in
not
front
with
of the
Okay.
Magellan
camera.
or anybody, and that's very suspicious. And Matthew, you should be
Yeah, it
concerned
is.
that somebody doesn't want to identify who they are, given all
David
you know
knows who
about
Norm
everything.
is.
Who is
So
it?
David,
David knows who Norm
David's
is.
not here, is he?
Well,
David
so
can come out
No, he
and
can't.
talk to me and talk to Matt.
Okay, who are
Who
these
is
two
this?
gentlemen?
We're college. I'm in college. I'm an intern. I'm
Mhm.
just riding along.
And this is?
Same thing. He's a student with me.
And
Which
who is
college?
What's that? Any?
NAU.
Right. Down in Phoenix for
All
the
right,
weekend.
So David
okay, well,
requested the
maybe
food box.
part of your schooling will show you that this is not how you deal with the consumer.
we're not actually dealing with the consumer.
We're dealing
You
with you
never
right
deal
now.
with the consumer, Matthew. That's the problem.
Should we stay or should we go?
Yes, you
Is
should
there a
go. If
chance-
you're not,
You
if
know
you
what, I
know
guess
you
you
have the
should go.
release,
Well,
and
I'd
you
like
talk
to-
to
You have
me
the
all the
release,
time.
so-
You know you have it
I
on
talked to you
file.
with him present.
I'd like to actually hear that we should go from David.
Well, then you'd have to contact him over the phone.
All right,
So
well,
you can
you know
camp
what,
out until we
let's
get him
call,
on
let's
the
call
phone.
David and have David call him
All
right now.
I'll find him and I'll call him.
All right.
Does he have your cell phone? So you're pretty much breaking all the HIPAA laws here by not identifying these people and discussing this matter?
Yeah, and if it's private,
We're not discussing
if
any
it's, if
confidential
everything having to do with this is private, I don't even understand why these two gentlemen are with you.
information. Because our company's allowed to have interns.
And they're with us.
Oh,
So
so now they're an
Are-
intern.
are we going to be able to speak with David?
On the phone you will. Call him.
All right, there we got David.
Okay, has Julie got her camera rolling?
Oh,
Yes, I
always.
do, sir.
You know we're always prepared. Ridiculous.
Yes, Mr. Carr.
What are you doing? Who are these people with?
Norm's with me.
Tar?
Yes.
And who else?
2 people on a ride along with us because we didn't want to come alone.
Oh, yes, because we're so threatening.
Invasion of my pride?
Not if they're with our organization.
Well, then, if they're with the organization,
Well, he's not with your organization. He's a student at NAU. Isn't that what you
But
said?
it's within agreement with our organization.
Oh,
Supposedly an intern.
come on.
What's up is you people are insane.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. David, come here.
Here, Mr. Fisher, watch this. What? Here, come here. Come here. Come here, Mr. Fisher. What are you
She
doing?
just told me off the property.
That's right. Here, this is the property line.
As far as I know, your sidewalk's the property.
Come on, come on. Watch.
David, get in there. Shut the door. Michelle. Yeah.
Nice try. Nice coercion.
Get off this fucking property!
Get off the property.
Get off the property.
You cocksuckers,
Close the
get off
door.
my
Close the
property!
door, David. Close the door. Close the door.
The property.
Close the door.
Don't you put your hands on me again. I didn't.
Michelle, stand here.
I am. Bullshit.
Please leave the premises.
Get off the property. You are trespassing.
Yeah, that was total coercion. You're police.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't
Nice try.
disclose that you were police.
Good gameplay there, Matthew.
All right, Michelle, come on.
I'm not.
Michelle.
leaving. I'm staying out here.
Here, Mr. Bishop, what are you
She
doing?
just pulled me off the property.
That's right, here, this is the property line.
As far as I know, your sidewalk's the property.
Come on, watch.
David, get in there. Shut the door. Michelle. Yeah.
Nice try. Nice coercion.
Get off this fucking property!
Get off the
Get off the property.